channel. Woo! So today we're gonna talk about the famous coronavirus, the COVID-19. Okay, so that's totally not comfortable. This is the one I use to paint stuff. Sorry, I'm late on this live. I I actually hesitated to make a dedicated video about this or a live, um, but maybe a live is more interesting since this is really something I want to talk about with you. I want to hear what you have to say about that as well. Salut Patrick. So I'm sorry to talk about it. I'm pretty sure it's all over the news in your country as well. We are all already tired of it, even if it's just the beginning in some countries, especially in France. But for once, this is something that directly concerns me and my plans, and probably you as well, if you have trips already planned. Because if you don't know the plan for 2020, my plans is to go to Mongolia. And with everything that's going on with this virus, it's gonna be a bit tricky. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about that, Patrick, because this is something I really wanted to do, and yeah, it's gonna be a bit tricky. So it's in the title, what should we do as an overlander? This is a question for me, for us, but also for you. What should we do? Should we reschedule, cancel, adapt, make a plan B? There are a lot of things going on because it should have been in 1 month, and I'm pretty sure that in 1 month the situation is just gonna be worse in France, at least. So there are some stuff I can't change, like the border that are closing slowly but surely. Turkey just closed all of these borders, and that's gonna be a problem for us because we have to cross the entire country to go to Russia, and then Kazakhstan closed the borders as well. There is also the problem about the paperwork, the visa. Mongolia do not deliver any kind of visa anymore. Russia just applied some restriction for Italian visa, but with the evolution of this situation, I'm pretty sure that they're gonna do the same for French people, French visa, and that directly concerns me as well. Because our Russian visa are not done already. There should be, it's in, hi Ryan, thing is starting to be pretty bad. Not in my daily life. Grocery stores are fine, there is no problems, but our president just talked like officially yesterday, and people start to kind of freak out, and they're like, okay, it's getting serious over there. So and there is more and more case of people getting infected by this virus. So as I said, it's gonna get worse. I think in 2 weeks, in a month, it's gonna be pretty bad. We'll see. Italy seems very um, uh, touched by this virus, but the fact is, in France, we run less tests than in Italy, so we keep them for like critical people, people who have the bad immune system, older people. So not everyone get tested, and it's more likely that there is a lot of people that get infected but are not tested, so they are not in the official numbers. So visa are getting difficult to get, and there are things I can't change. I'm powerless about that, and that's gonna be a real problem, because in 1 month situation is not gonna get any better, and if we wait too long, because maybe in 3 months, just like China, the things are gonna be better, but in 3 months it's gonna be, I think, too late for us, because we have a weather window. We want to be in Central Asia and in Mongolia during the nice June, July, August, the nice month, and we don't want to travel in these countries, and even our way back through Russia, we don't want to do that in winter. Oh, Ignition Off-Road finally here. Awesome, mate. I'm glad to see you here. But sadly, it's not good news for this one. I was talking about our trip and the way this global event, this virus affected. And I'm pretty sure, oh, we got everyone on this live. That's awesome. Hi, guys. Now, what's the time in your countries? Because it's really difficult to get the right timing for everyone to connect with me on the live. So I'm gonna keep going. I actually have notes, guidelines for what I want to say. So I'm gonna keep going, try to keep my speech. Oh, okay, it's pretty early in Australia. I'm gonna try talking, answer to you at the same time, but follow my guideline. Um, so as I said, there's some things I can change, like the border closing and the visa, and that's already a big problem for us. There's another thing. This is personal safety. If you want to travel in foreign countries, we're gonna discover. This is a total discovery. Um, we are out of our comfort zone, and yeah, personal safety is something to consider. First of all, about the virus, traveling means getting in touch with a lot of people, doing groceries in a lot of different stuff, visiting a lot of, with the situation getting worse and worse in Europe, everywhere actually it's getting worse. People start to freaks out, and there are like safety concern. In Georgia, I think USA, people just get stabbed in the mall, in a supermarket. This is pretty bad. People rush to get toilet papers in Australia. This is a thing apparently, or pasta, dry food. People are getting really think about just themselves, and sometimes it can be pretty mean. And and this is also the fact that Italy and France are getting pretty touched by this virus. And when someone gonna see the French plates, license plates on the forester, they might get mad. Actually, in France, we had a lot of cases of Chinese people getting assaulted. Very bad stuff happening to Chinese people in Paris. So this might happen to us in other countries as French people, which is a um, pretty bad country about this virus. Another thing to consider is that both Lizanne and I are young and healthy, and we can actually carry the virus without knowing it, but we're still contagious. So traveling means maybe potentially potentially um, infect people without even knowing it, and that in different countries while traveling. So this is something to consider as well. And I think this is the mainly things to consider. And yeah, I'm reading your comments, and yeah, the trip's probably not gonna happen, sadly. This is a fact. This is difficult for me to to say it out loud, but this trip is probably we can reschedule. This is pretty tricky to pronounce. Postpone this trip, cancel, totally cancel, adapt. Even to adapt the trip will be tricky. We can make a plan B. That's something I'm considering. Um, the main problem about postponing this trip is that our current situation is that we have no job. We left our job for this trip. Yeah, I'm reading your comments. Yeah, sure. The avoiding contact is essential here, but to go to Germany, it's getting difficult. There are big controls at the borders, and just like Italy is on completely lockdown. French people can't enter Italy, and it might happen in whole Europe, and probably maybe France is gonna be on lockdown as well in a few weeks. So even a plan, just like maybe just staying in Europe to do something, do another trip, different trip, it might be tricky. So at the moment, we still have to wait because the forester is not actually ready. There are a few things to do. I'm still in France now, still in France at home, not going anywhere. As I said, the forester is not ready. You saw my publication about the BF Goodrich tires. They're brand new, waiting for to be mounted on wheels, maybe new wheels. You will see that in the next video. So I have still a few things to do on the car, but Yeah, Dennis, I was thinking about making the video, and I just went on YouTube, just checking on the channel I follow, and I saw the 4X Overland video, and he canceled all of these biggest trips. And yeah, I think this is a wise thing to do, and this is what we're gonna do. So I'm probably gonna do just like him and maybe stick to French overlanding. Maybe um, our own country is full of nice places that I didn't visit. So maybe I can make a series of video about overlanding in France in all different regions, departments. That could be fun. If the situation is going better, maybe I can make an European tour, maybe in 1, 2, in 3 months. That's in my mind as well. I would like to go back to Poland, Baltic states, Poland, Romania, Bulgaria, all this. If I have to stick to the French territory, I will, and I think this is what's gonna happen. And as you say, this is also the good time to work on the car. Good weather is slowly but surely coming, showing up. So yeah, still have plenty of stuff to do on the car. More DIY videos, that's an option as well. And what I wanted to talk about postponing the trip. Obviously, it's gonna be next year in the same dates because we want to travel. Yeah, well, beautiful nature, and actually, yeah, just like you say, the Gorge du Verdon seems beautiful, astonishing. I've never saw them, and I would love to do that. And there are French overland band members as well in the south of France, so maybe we can do trip together, connect and explore. That would be nice. So there are still things to do, obviously, but I'm pretty. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sad that this big trip going to Mongolia is at least postponed to next year. And as I said, because of current situation, we might have to get our job back, find a place, and this means having a rent, more stuff to pay, and our situation will be different for a long time overland trip. So I'm afraid that if I wait for next, the situation is not gonna be okay for a long-term overland trip. But we'll see. I'm reading your comments. I'm glad to see you, all of you here. This is always a pleasure. Yeah, you seems to like DIY videos. Rooftop tent will arrive in 2 months, and we have a huge rooftop tent festival in Germany. I think I heard about this rooftop tent festival. Yeah. Oh, my forester is completely bored as well. And I'm bored as well. This is why situation is the ALNSM Overland headquarters. This is pretty sad at the moment with everything that's going on. The plans not going as we wanted to be. That's a bit difficult. But yeah, like everyone said, canceling or postponing the trip to next year is the best thing to do. Become the corona. What do you mean by that? Poor of your brains. We have all the Subaru YouTube channel here on the live. This is awesome. If you haven't checked it out, Power of Your Brains. This is hardcore off-roading in a Subaru. You're awesome, guys. Maybe the X. You got Bronco Maniac saying I have a 04 Xterra and feel like the Foresters are similar. Oh yeah, we just missed Brucey. This is awesome. I think the Xterra is a bit bigger and maybe more, slightly more capable stock. Oh yeah, sure. But like the government is, because Power of Your Brain saying, I mean, all you need to do is find a way to deter the infected, right? Yeah, sure. But all the medical institutions are getting overwhelmed by this situation. That's the problem. I guess it's the right time for everyone to get new gear, prepare the car outfitted for next trip. Yeah, once the virus is gonna be gone, wow, there's gonna be maybe the Overland year. Everyone's gonna do trips and trips. But I'm glad that all of you guys think the same way. We should wait and probably cancel the trip for this year. This is the wisest thing to do, I think. And I'm probably gonna work on a French series of overlanding videos. And I really hope for you guys in the US or in Australia, the situation is gonna be okay. And I hope you will be able to make moves before it's too late, just like us. I saw that in the US, all the European people can't enter the country for 30 days. I think that's a good thing to do. We have to stop spreading this virus. Yep. I think we're all gonna stick to local forest and tracks and yeah, Patrick, south west of France. Could be cool. We'll see. I'm gonna work on this. In Germany, we have police standing in Aldi to avoid bashing over Lizanne's fix and pray next door. Shop meanwhile as yeah, people are getting pretty stupid. I saw some news in UK. People ripped off the some hand sanitizer of the hospitals. That's crazy. Containment's already failed. Just try to slow it down enough that hospital can keep up at this point. Yep. So you know what? I'm really gonna work on a series of French Overland. I have this in mind now. I'm gonna make few research. That could be interesting. Could be really interesting. Yeah, because the fact is, there's no problem about stock, dry food stock, toilet paper stock. This is people are buying everything, and the restock on the supermarkets, the malls are not fast enough. That's just the problem. There is absolutely no stock problem in the warehouse or something like this, and people are dumb. That's the word. And this happened a lot in France with fuel, because we have some, well, that's politics. And so if you have question about my canceled trip, what I'm gonna do, the forester, anything, actually, we can take some times to chat. I said what I wanted to say about this virus situation, and I, actually the situation is pretty much the same everywhere, and people acting the same everywhere. that's uh, that's a fact. Yeah, and EJ22, a bit more torque, a bit more low end torque, and a bit more power. That will be awesome. I have Switzerland, a Swiss friends that actually said that he had an engine for me. So we'll see. But after your video, Maitri, I really want to upgrade the transmission. I think this is something to do, maybe before horsepower or torque. Staying in France, you could integrate some of the amazing historic sites. Yeah, that's we have a lot of historical stuff, World War, historical stuff. I think that will be very interesting to those of us who don't have place. They're so old. You are totally right, and this is something I always wanted to include in my videos. I just didn't took the time to do it properly, like historical stuff, places. That will be awesome. I get excited when I find a 100 years old abandoned cabin in the woods. That's nothing compared to what you have in France. You're right. That's an idea. Gonna I'm gonna work on that. That's a very nice idea. It's getting pretty dark here. Okay, this is not working. But I really, really miss little adventures with the Forester. The stock European low range. That's pretty good stuff. But yeah, the fact is, under the 2000, 3000 RPM, there is nothing on the throttle, so I have to rev it, and that's the problem when you have to crawl it instead of send it. Yeah, the hot water system. I have the pump. I have the hose. I have the thing pretty much sorted, but I need to like make everything working on the car. But still, It's not done yet. Probably gonna make a video about it. So hopefully I will be able to make good stuff, nice video. I want to try to make the best out of this virus situation. Gonna do my best. I have a friend who just bought an trail motorbike, like the KTM Adventure, and I asked him if he was okay to, you know, make a little adventure. So maybe I'm gonna make a video, an overland video with Forester and a motorbike. That could be fun. But yeah, historical stuff, nice places in France. We have that, and gonna make some research. So, if I can go north once again, I'm gonna stick to Sweden and Finland. I really loved the north of Finland. That was awesome, and I really want to go back there because we kind of rushed it. We lose too much time in Norway, so we rushed our way south, and I want to explore Finland, the northern Finland, even more. I kind of felt in love with this region, the Lapland, and I think there is a lot more to see. And if I can make it, I probably will, because, and I really want to go back to Poland and Romania as well. There are some wild territories out there. If there is no more problem with borders and virus spreading, stuff like this. But that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna work on a French overland tour. Maybe not going full tour. I don't know. I'm gonna think about that. If you have some ideas, send me that in direct message in Facebook, Instagram, anywhere, in the comments of this video. And yeah, that's it. I'm probably gonna end this live here. I'm gonna just wait 1 more minute if you have any more question, and if you don't, I'm gonna end this live. I still have my workouts waiting for me, and yeah, that's it. It's always a pleasure to make a live with you guys. I'm always full of good vibes after that, and I want to make things happen. Overland videos, and this is what I need to keep good videos coming. So you are awesome, guys. Thank you all. Okay, 15 seconds. No more questions. Oh. Okay, so I totally missed all your comments. I really want to make videos with other people. That sounds pretty weird, but with other rigs and stuff like that. There's not a lot of them, and yeah, I would love to make a walk around of other car. That will be great. And sadly, there's not a lot around there, but I'm gonna try to work on that as well. The bruni is done. Okay, I'm gonna check on that if it's good. And this bruni is actually why the live was 30 minutes late. Um, Car train going from Hamburg to Lapland, quite a good price. Yeah, Patrick, I saw that in the southwest of France, this is probably the less infected area of France. I hope the best, all of you. Thank you. Best wishes. Thank you, guys. You don't have any workout to do, just brunies. Okay, good luck, Dad. Stay safe. Thank you. Thank you all, guys. Thank you for connecting with me. I said that every time, but I really need to make more live happening. This is awesome. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next week.